Well, here we have a little extra credit project for you guys. We're going to get to build our own headstones here. Here's one I've been working on, just sort of a reference model that I could take some dimensions off of. And I have it actually in my Inventor IDW, and I'm going to park it over here in case I have to steal some dimensions off of it. But you can see it here where it's about 24 by 42 tall. This is a Quake symbol. If any of you are gamers out there, you'll know about Quake. This is a first-person shooter gun sight symbol. This is pretty dark, but it's fun. So, when we get to do text, that's a great thing. So I've created a headstone project. Okay, I'm going to go up to New. I'm going to be in English for this one, just because I started out with 24 by 42, and so that made it pretty easy to stay in inches. So here we go. So I'm going to start with my rectangle, pick a point, and it's going to be 24 tab 42. Okay. And get these down out of the way. I know you guys want to get rid of them, but it's really a good thing not to. I'm going to find my midpoint, come down straight below it, and I'm going to draw my first circle, which is a radius of 6, so that would be a 12-inch diameter. Okay. And I know that my distance down, according to my drawing, from here to here, is 1.19. Okay. I'm being so accurate here. Like it really matters. Okay, and actually this is going to be, I need to get rid of this diameter, and it's actually from the top here to the bottom here. That is, oops, it's not going to let me do that, is it? How am I going to do that? Okay, well I can do that because we can compensate, right? So it will be 42 minus 6 because the radius is 6 of 12, and there's our total height. And then if we go up here, I don't know if it'll let me do this or not. Nope, it won't let me do it. So, but that's good. We'll just start from there. We're going to trim this. I'm going to trim this, and we're going to right click and finish sketch, and we're going to extrude, and I think I went about 4 inches. Okay, that looks great. Nice piece of material there. As I'm looking at it, I can see one thing I can do really quick. I'm going to go back to my other drawing over here and grab a dimension off this one radius here. This will be, that's 3. Okay, so I'm going to get back into this drawing, right click, and go edit sketch, and come over here, and I'm going to draw a circle, and I'm going to make it 6. Okay, and I'm going to make this one 6, and if we double click on, oh, we haven't dimensioned that, have we? So dimension it, pick, come over here and pick this. Notice it makes the same dimension, which is really cool. Right click, done, and we'll trim and trim this out. Oops, trim that out, trim that, trim that, trim that, trim that, and trim that. Okay, we can throw this 24 away. We can dimension that off the bottom here and go to 24. There we go. Oh, that didn't work for me at all, did it? And let's go in here. 6. So I'm going to double click on this again, and we'll go over here and click this because this is a different dimension now. There we go. And trim. There we go. That's what I want. Right click, or escape a couple times, right click, and finish sketch. And there we go. There's my profile. There's my profile. I'm liking that. Okay. Now we're going to go here on the face of this thing, and I need to draw a little bit on this face. If I wanted to, I could change materials right now and at least get it a color I can see things then. Okay, I just changed it to black vinyl just so I can see this color. And I'm going to go over here to my other drawing and zoom down a little bit. Okay. And what I see here is I've got a new sketch coming onto here. And I can tell you that I have another circle directly above this one. So I'm going to come up here and, oop, what did I do? I didn't go to circle. Hey. Now it doesn't really work because it's the wrong color. So I'm going to go up here and change my color here. And what is this here? Oh, look at this. Can I actually change my colors? Yeah, I can. How about beige? Done. Yep. Get back into my extrusion. So finish sketch. Go to my extrusion, right click. Go edit feature. Now go up to my black vinyl. And let's change it to some kind of beige so I can see what I draw in there. Hey, that works. That looks good. At least I can see it. Okay. Come back here, right click, and edit sketch. And now we're back into this sketch, which is the one I wanted to get to. And I have a distance from here to here, and that is 1.9. 19. And the diameter on this is 10. Actually, yeah, the diameter is 10. And it looks like, let's see what happens when I go negative. Won't let me. Okay. I'm going to do a move. So I'm going to pick my point and pick my object, go to move, pick my base point, pick my base point, and yes, I want to reject the things I have now. There we go. And if I reread this, it says 0.75, not 0.19 on my. There we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. Okay. And I'm going to go right click, finish sketch, and I'm going to extrude this, and we're going to cut it, and it's 4 inches already, so it created a nice hole through it. Okay. Now I'm going to right click, new sketch, pick this face, and I am going to project some geometry. I'm going to project this geometry. Okay. And I'm going to see if I can extrude or extend that geometry. No. Okay, so I'm going to draw a circle here. There we go. And then I'm going to offset that. And my offset here, I believe, is 0.5. So I'm going to go up here and dimension this. I'm just going to put dimension on it of, see, if it was 12 and 0.5, it should be 13, shouldn't it? Okay. And then I'm going to finish sketch, and let's see if this will let me extrude that, cut that in. I want to go to my cut plane here. So I want to go pick this and go to cut, and I want to go to about 0.5 and go OK. And let's see what happens. And there you go. You can start to see that I've etched into it, and that was what my goal was. Okay. So then I'm going to just spend a few more minutes drawing, and then I'm going to take a pause, and then I'll come back when I'm doing the text. Okay. So the next thing I got is my little ears I got here. So I'm going to draw, right click, new sketch, pick this face, and I'm going to draw a line, and that is about here. Okay, and that's 4.5. 4.5. Okay, and I'm going to dimension this from here to here, and I'm going to go 4.5 divide by 2. Now here's another thing you could do. This would even be better. Let's look at this dimension here, and that is D19. Okay, so this would be go in here and go D19 divided by 2, and that way if you change this, so I make this 5, the other one it changes automatically. Okay, 4.5. Okay, so that gives you again that parametric ability. Okay, the distance here is the 1.19 that I wanted from here to here, and that is 1.19 down. Okay, and then I had a couple lines coming down here, so I'm going to pick on my construction line, then pick my line. I'm going to pick this point, and I'm going to draw this line down here perpendicular, and notice that it's already a construction line. Okay, so I want to get out of the construction line now, because the new lines that I want to make, I want them to be solid lines. So I'm going to pick this and come over, pick this and come over. Okay, I'm going to dimension this from here to here, and that dimension is 1.25, and that's D22. Oops, excuse me. 0.125 D22, and I can just go in here D22. Okay, so those will be the same. Then I'm going to do an offset here and an offset here, and dimension this from here to here, and that's going to be 1, and that's D24. So I'll do this and go D24. I'm setting up my parametric, so if I want to do anything like this, I can. I'm going to do an offset from here, and I'm going to go down 0.25. Oops. No, I'm not. I thought it was an AutoCAD there for a second there. 0.25. And I'm going to go to overall distance here from the top here to the bottom of 15. Okay. Go to my equal sign here. So go to equal, pick this and this. There we go. And it didn't make it equal, did it? Equal. Bing. Oh. Look at this. I lost my constraint here. They both went each way. So let's see what happens when I go like this. Perpendicular to there. Nope. So I'm going to back up before I dimensioned that. Okay, so I can back up one more dimension, go forward one more dimension. There we go. Okay, and so D27. And I don't even want this dimension right now because I'm going to be putting it to a point down here. Okay, and this needs to be 10. Okay, I'm going to pause this for a little bit while I get this finished drawing. I'll come back. So I real quick wanted to show you how I was going to do this geometry in here, because this is kind of interesting geometry. So what I do is I drew a line from the center of this 4-inch circle to the quadrant. I'm going to go up to move. I'm going to pick my circle, go to my base point, get that end point right there. It's asking me if I want to disregard the other geometry, and I go yes. And I'm going to put it right down here on the end point of this circle right there. So this is a tangent going this way to there, and then a tangent going into that circle there. Then I'm just going to go here, and I'm going to go pick on this and tangent to that. Oops. Okay, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to lock this with this locking device up here, so it won't go any. It says over constrain. Well, I don't care. Cancel. So let's try this. Let's go see if we can tangent this to this, and let's move this. I'm going to use my base point. I'm going to get it up, and yes, I want to see at a base point. That's the problem, and that's why it's pulled the other one down. So now I'm going to go see if I can go from here to here. Nope, it still wants to. So I'm going to go into right click. I'm going to show all my constraints, and I'm going to look and see what constraints that I have here. And I need a constraint here. So I'm going to do a trim. Pick that, get rid of that. I'm going to pick that, get rid of that, and that, and that, and that. Oops, 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 couldn't do that one. Okay, because that's my overall. And I want to keep this. Throw that away, and I'm going to dimension it from this side, from this midpoint, the center point here, to the center of that circle. 2.125. Great. Now I can trim this off, because what I'm going to do, as you can see, is I'm going to get ready to mirror this as I get this ready to go. So I'm going to do a little more trimming. Trim and trim. That's tangent to there. I can lose this now. Oop, I can't. I want that line going up there. I want to trim this. There we go. And trim that. There we go. So we have this, that, top going all the way across. I can trim this. I can trim. I don't want to trim that yet. I want to get these two together, but I want to keep this constrained. So let's try dimensioning this. We have that. So if I pick that there, and it says accept, and then I do a dimension from there to here, great, and a dimension from that center point to that center point. Okay, now when I go to tangent this, it should move, and there it did. Okay, so I just had to constrain that arc to make it so I could control it. And you just have to kind of think ahead like that. And obviously, it's something you have to play with. You have to get in here and play with this stuff. Now we've lost our constraint here, though. And let's see if we can get our tangent back here. Tangent to here. There it is. And we're going to trim, and trim, and trim. And that is what I want. Now I'm going to take all of that, and so I'm going to go to mirror. I'm going to pick all of this geometry that you see there, and I'm going to pick it on my mirror line and bring it over here and apply it. And there it is. Okay. Now I can also do mirror again, and I can pick this geometry, this geometry, this geometry, and this geometry. Use my mirror line and bring it over and apply. So there is the parts that I wanted to create. And I'll go over here to my other drawing and drag that over so you can just kind of see what I'm trying to create here. Okay. Now, what I think I'm going to do for right now is, and I did this on my other one, done, right click, finish sketch. I'm going come around, and actually I can just do it from here, I believe, and I'm going to pick this, and I'm going to extrude it like 0.25. Okay, let's make sure it's going the right way. It's coming out because I need that geometry. I'm going to need that geometry to do the other things that I want to do. So I could also go the other way. Let's see what happens if I make it go the other way and I make it go 4, which I believe we have. What's going to happen? It cut it out, and that's the thing that I don't like about this. So I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to go extrude, and I'm going to bring it out this way, and I'm going to go that 0.25 and go OK. Now I'm going to swing around here. I actually have to get in here like that, and I'm going to go new sketch. I'm going to pick that, and it should be done. Finish sketch, extrude, and I want it to come this way. Oop, not this way, and I want it to come 4. There it is, and apply. Great. That's exactly, that will work for me. That'll work for me. And it makes it a little bit proud on the front, which is going to help with some other things I'm going to do. So I'm going to come around here again. This is really hard to see. I'm going to go up into my view, go to my visual styles, go to wireframe. It's just easier to see in wireframe. Okay. Right click, and I'm going to create a new sketch on this plane here. And I'm going to do an offset. Well, first I have to do a project geometry. So I'm going to project this geometry, this geometry, this geometry, this geometry, this, and this. And then I'm going to do my offset. Great. And I'm going to dimension this, and my dimension from here to here is 0.5, and that's dimension 41, D41, dimension D41. Okay, I could have reached over there too. And offset. Let's dimension this from there to there, and go up here and pick that. And from there to there, and go up and pick that. And let's see if we can get fillet to work for us. And we'll go 0 on our fillet. I'm not sure this works. It doesn't work like AutoCAD. Sorry. So I'm going to draw a line down here, just down here a ways, so that I don't have to extend it all the way down to the base. There we go. I can now throw that away. I come back and trim this. And that was pretty darn easy. Okay. I'm going to go in here and trim this, and that, and that, and that. Oops, I didn't want it. Nope, I'm going to need those. Okay. And let's see if I can project this piece of geometry here. Great. Now, let's see if we can trim to here. And I can, and it still keeps my dimensions. Okay, we're going to go right click, done, finish sketch. Go to my model, extrude. Let's see if we can get this. Ooh, I can. There it is. There it is. Pick. I want to cut, and I want to go 0.5. And is that going to be the same as my other one? It is. Okay. And let's see what this looks like as we go and view it as shaded. How about realistic? And let's pick a different color. This aluminum is not working for me. Blue, how's that? That's not working for me either. I want something that's, I can see stuff there. There we go. It's hard to find something that's neutral that's gonna, let's add a little masonry rock wall to it. Oop, that doesn't work. I think I use stone on my final one. So let's see if I think I use stone 3. And that looks a little harsh. So let's try stone 2 and stone 1. Ooh, that's pretty. And stone 4. Now let's use stone 4. I can see that. There we go. So we're starting to get all that together. Okay. So let's go back into Visual Styles and Wireframe. And now we're going to go to something completely new, and I'm going to go to New Sketch, pick this face, and we're going to move to text. And I'm just going to come over here on that plane, and I'm going to go highlight it. I'm going to give it a much bigger dimension, probably maybe 1 inch letters, bold. Okay. And I think I even want it bigger than that. So I'm going to edit text. I'm going to highlight it all. I'm going to go 1.5 and let's look at other styles we have. We have lots of really cool. How about Vladimir? Ooh, that's pretty exciting looking. Just grab the box and pull it over. But that's probably not going to etch that well. So that looks pretty tombstone-y. Bring this back down here. Now I can define this. So one of the things I can do here is go from here to here and define that. And if you bring that's 1 point, let's go to make it, just make it 2. And if you bring your box in and have them about the same, I didn't want to dimension that. I just want to bring that in like that. About the same distance away. There we go. Now we can dimension this. Okay. So it's telling me it's 2.6. So I'm going to just delete that. And of course, if I could use a justification. 2.375 by picking a center justification. But I'm just going to move it over there for right now. I'm going to go right click, finish sketch. I'm going to extrude. I'm going to pick the text. I'm going to cut 0.5, and now off it goes into the face of my stone. And probably in real life it wouldn't go, that extrusion would be actually edit feature. I would say probably 0.25 at the most depth. Okay. And then we can go up here to our visual styles and get it back into our realistic, and there I am, immortalized in life. So that's what I want you guys to do. So go ahead, for extra credit, build yourself a tombstone with some interesting characteristics that represent you and your life, and turn it in, and I'll give you some extra credit for it.